Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to another physics lesson. Today we are going to take a look at some of the units. So, starting with something that's probably a bit more familiar, let's take a look at kilo. So if we've got meters, then we know that once we get to 1,000, then 1,000 meters would be rewritten as 1 kilometer. And if I write that out in full, then that's kilometer. So the kilo here means 1,000. It's a short for 1,000. So what you could do is take out the word kilo and instead put in times 1,000. And that would be what kilo is standing for. That you have to times this number on the left by 1,000. So similarly, other words have similar meanings. So if we've got a mega something, so a megawatt for example, then we're timesing by not 1,000, but we're timesing by 10 to the power 6, which means a million. So we're timesing by 10 to the power a million. We're timesing by a million for mega of anything. If we've got giga, then that's 10 to the power 9, so that's a billion, timesing by a billion. So 1 gigahertz really means 1 billion. So 1 times 10 to the power 9. For kilo we times by 1,000. For mega we times by a million. And for giga we times by a billion. So then comes tera, which is 10 to the power 12. So at this point you probably want to forget the words and just use the numbers, so times 10 to the power 12. And then if we go in the opposite direction, if we're looking at very, very small numbers, then milli means that we're dividing by 1,000. We've got 1,000th of what it was originally. So instead of dividing by 1,000, we could times by 10 to the power minus 3. Has the same effect. Micro, watch out for the symbol on micro. So you'll see the symbol, but you won't really see the word. So that symbol there is the micro symbol. It means we now divide by a million. So that's timesing by 10 to the power minus 6. Nano, the symbol is n, and that means we're dividing by a billion. Again, we're dropping the words quite soon because it's just going to become easier to use the numbers. So nano means times by 10 to the power minus 9, and then pico means times by 10 to the power minus 12. So just to give you a few examples, so here we've got a microvolt. So that's 1 microvolt, which is 1 times 10 to the power minus 6. Here we've got 1 nanoamp, so that's 1 times 10 to the power minus 9. And if it wasn't 1, if it was 5 or 6 or 7 or something, we just times by 10 to the power minus 9, as long as it's a nano unit. Okay, join me in the next lesson for more, and we'll go through hopefully some examples. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, peace be with you, and the mercy and blessings of God.